What we can fix to create that state is not sustainable. One, very simple. I tell you how easy it runs. As it stands now, the APC federal government is in control of INEC.
Yes.
They are also in control of the National Working Committee, where you have the National Organizing Secretary. It is the Organizing Secretary that will ultimately, on any day, send the people who will come and conduct party primaries in River State. If the instruction from the APC, which I expect will be because all their leaders, their governors are on the same page on this issue, if they send the people from office of the Organizing Secretary to go to River State and conduct primaries, the people sent from national headquarters and blind tar trade in Abuja are very likely to be usually working with the governor. That's one. Two, as we understand about our command system, the INEC will also listen to what the ruling party says and will work with the governor. Secondly, the coactive forces, in this case the police, the DSS and the army, are very likely to be instructed to work with the governor. So this means the governor will very likely produce candidates. And you're not going to expect Wike to defeat them because Wike's plan is to use a party called the NPP, which he has recently disobtated.
NPP also, he's dumping the same PDP too now.
No, not the PDP, because the PDP court case will be in court. And since the INEC has said it will not recognize any of the groups or corps PDP angling for control, that means nobody will be recognized for the PDP until the expiration of the litigation that is currently in course.
Yes.
What you are likely to have is Wike will not take his people to NPP. Now, his strategy is giving money to these people. You saw the other day he went to visit the director of board, went to visit the architect.
Yes.
These are loyalties that he buys by giving money to them. He will never be able to spend as much money as the federal government. That's the APC government. He will never, because the minute all those people would Wike, the minute any of them seeks to gain a ticket for candidacy of the platform that is actionable, you will have to gain a ticket that Abuja will be loyal to. And the likely tickets Abuja will be loyal to are tickets that come from the government. Wike is just a single man who is not yet in the party. He's fighting from outside the arena. It's very difficult for you to score ego inside an arena. When you're outside, you don't yet enter the gate of the arena. How are you going to be able to score goals? So that means everything they do inside the APC, Wike will not be able to counter them. That's 1, 2. Second, whatever they plot as a party and then seek to pass such instructions to bring their plot to fruition to the INEC, to the army, to the police, to the DSS, to the National Organizing Secretary's office, Wike will never be able to. So all Wike has is, yes, they have cash. Secondly, with the support of Abuja, results that he counseled for people and wrote new ones for Tinubu were accepted in Abuja. Now, the difficult thing Wike has, results which are very different from results end. One, if you do election tomorrow in River State, Wike will lose to the government. Wike is not popular. Okay? So I don't see
how... But he has the structure. In the talks, in the make man say he get the structure.
No. What he has is that conflated agreement the president organized for him, where they allowed him to bring the people who were elected as local government chairmen. The simple thing the governor will do, he will simply select people in the same local government who will work with him. Those are the people he mobilized the money that they used to do the work. Those are people that he also mobilized with the materials that come from Abuja. They will go to the local government. They will sit with the people who came from Abuja for the party's offices. They will elect the people who will become their candidates at the election, and they will get the people passed. Wike will not be able to fight against the party machinery. It's finished. That's why I think what he's doing is a do or die fight. But that do or die fight doesn't help him because the minute the House of Assembly post impeachment notice, it will first go to the Attorney General. The Attorney General.
That's the chief judge of the state, or the Attorney General.
The Chief Judge of the state currently is on the side of the government. And what they're going to tell him is all the stories about the budget. And the Attorney General will listen to the governor that the budget passed with the National Assembly supervising the suppositions of the state interim administration, that budget is still in effect. So all weekend people are trying to force the government to start spending that 800 billion that the governor says it's in the state coffers. By right now, about 700 million. So that is the Wike. We can be 1 cent to that cash. So to be able to keep the cash away from his hands, the governor will simply do nothing. And the governor, under the budgetary law, has every right to spend and spend 10 percentage points of what he thinks will go into the next budget. He could even do it as much as 30%. Now, this is our laws. So I think Wike will not get there. One, the people on the other side, look at the governors of the APC. They are stronger than him. You know, you also have stronger, sharper criminals in that caucus than him. So if he thinks it's a thought, you have bigger thoughts within the governor's caucus in the APC. If you think it's a criminal, you have bigger criminal within the governor's caucus in the APC. If you think it's a madman, you have stronger madmen in the governor's caucus. So there is nothing that he can bring that can advance or accord the governor's caucus of the APC. So I don't really understand why he has chosen to go on this suicide mission, because that's what it is. What they have started, he cannot stop. Yes.
You really think it's a suicide mission?
As I'm talking to you right now, governors are meeting right now. And they are meeting all about weekend. And I've told you, the governor of Rivers State cannot be taken unaware, because whatever Wike and his goons do from the House of Assembly, they will send a letter to the Attorney General. The Attorney General is the governor's first line of defense. He will look at it and tell them that what they have posted are not impeachable offenses.
Apart from that, I thought that the process was for the Attorney General, the Chief Judge to compose a 7-man panel who would look through.
Yeah, but before he composes that, he has to see that there are grounds for such composition.
Okay.
When you give it to him, he will look at it and he will advise you that the things you brought are not enough for you to compose that. And see, impeachment work when the instructing authority and the also actioning authority are in sync. In this case, in Rivers State, the instructing authority being the Rivers State House of Assembly is not on the same page with instruction. So they will have their case today there, which will give the governor time to actually do the things he wants to do. Of course, he will take instructions from Abuja. Of course, you're likely to see the other governors tell him what and what to do, and they will frustrate Wike. Then the fight will not go high. You are likely to see at the end of the day a lot of politicians who desire a second term ticket in the House of Assembly walk away from Wike and go stay with the governor, because the governor is likely to have all the firepower coming from the office of the National Organizing Secretary of the party when it comes to sending people to come to the party and conduct primaries that will bring as candidates for whatever election that will be contested by the ruling party. The party has made this position very clear that in all the states, in 30 states, where is national secretary, that in the state proper, the leader of the party is the governor of the party. And if you also go to a private state, where the Senate president comes from, that in the politics of the state, governor is the leader of the party. Same thing is that they are saying. If you go to Lagos State, where the president claims he is from, the party is under the control of the governor. So you can share power with any big man you seek. If you can find a ground for cooperation. Power can be forced on a governor because our system makes the governors as invisible as the politics allows them to be. So Wike has only started very quickly the processes for his burial politically.
Yeah, the processes for his burial now don't start like this.
You say?
You said that the process for your own burial now don't start like this politically.
Oh yes, for his political burial, because our political system doesn't allow for sharing of power as it is now. The governors are everything. And that's one thing you see who's not possible before. Wike thought, being close at the beginning with the president makes it possible. And of course, you can also think, because it is the Nigerian system that kind of made him believe that crime pays and that crime can protect you no matter what it is on the long term. Now he's about to learn that you can only be free when you commit crime, when you see the government is on your side. If not, they will simply ask you to come and atone for your sin. And when you throw the book at you, as they are likely to throw the book at you, he will cry. He doesn't have what it takes to fight the ruling party. He doesn't have what it takes, because there is nothing he has that is legal. There's nothing he has legal. But all he has done, he maintains loyalty by paying money to those people temporarily. He maintains loyalty by giving them the impression that the federal government Abuja APC party is with him. But due to this crisis now, the people in Rivers State who are with him will understand that Abuja is not with him. And once he has been used with that fight, to pick a fight suffering the party will be forced to show that nobody can challenge his mind and go free. I think they will also use Minister Wike to set an example, but they will not accept or tolerate any challenge the authority. Now that is not only in government, they are also in power.
All right, so but if you listen to the way Wike they talk, seriously, they talk like say they get back in and they sure say nothing they happen. He must get away. Remember the one way give Oga Bashiru, the APC National Secretary, we tell him say, stay clear of River State, that nobody there is getting involved in River State and comes back free. So say the one now, make it stay clear for River State if you know what's good for him, So you know things say in gets serious reason when making day. I mean, Wike is not a small politician, in the person we know waiting day. So you know feel saying get waiting day back up. He said I talk Kindy. A former governor.
It's not at all. Forget that. And all those ways is criminality. He cannot do the election. He cannot come back. He did not go for Tinubu. What he did was he spilled blood and then wrote the result after cancelling what was written there. So if such criminality is what he votes about, when the Abuja doesn't protect whatever result they cancelled and accept the one that is ultimated, one that is right, that's what things they don't will go nowhere. He's about to test his strength. And I can tell you what he's doing. He simply wants to cause trouble in the state, threatening the governor that he has control of House Assembly. Now you see how this is done. Nobody will see the governor without the agreement of the federal government. You know that. Once the federal government don't want you, they will restrict you. Because you don't have the police on the side. If you remove the police from we get tomorrow and those guys, you know that you become not before. Leave him alone. Let them discover through the hard way that you cannot fight the federal government. That because what power does he have? Which is not an elected person.
So you know another thing when they worry people, Dr. Catch. Now the way, like for that statement when you make for that interestingly, a very near my village, my local government, in the room for inside where you go local government, when you talk say, India anybody, and that subtly means that, including President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say if anybody try and say the person can go born for River State. Is there anybody? Yeah. Now the reason why, yeah. So do you think he's subtly speaking to the president?
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with making very unsustainable and indefensible posts. There's nothing wrong with that.
You call him a bully?
Of course, that's what it is. It's a bully, trying to bully a governor. Have you ever seen that before? A man with that power trying to bully an elected governor. Where have you ever seen that before? It doesn't work. The governor is elected. If he's not elected, he is appointed.
No, he made the governor. He boasted of making the governor. He said everybody will contest. He buy them tickets.
He did not make the governor. Him and the governor combined in a caucus and they stole the state. They stole the party. The two of them are not popular because the state was in the hands of the Labour Party. Don't forget that. This was want to stay clean and fair. So he did not make the governor. He doesn't have the capacity to campaign and have people vote for him. We know how our system works. It's a fraudulent system. So whoever is the beneficiary of the fraudulent system, the day he wants to prove that in the Kindy match group, he simply removes those brackets that the Abuja uses to allow him win because he forces control by the federal government, for the army, the police, the INEC. Once he takes them away from him, you will see that he's naked. He has nothing. He has nothing. Just a thought. Make it noise. No. What will he do? Nothing. So you can blame Wike also because Wike became strong during the period of state capture. And it is that state capture achieved by a corpus that he seemed to be working with that now made him think he's invisible. It's like the problem we had with the collective, and they thought they were invisible. But the Minister for Defense gave an instruction that we are hereby as a country reversing the doctrine of do not engage. What happened? They were all taken out. Where are the people of the militia now? They're gone. So you see, in the day, a mercury thinks it is invisible. You will tell it that downstairs. There are some drummers who do the drummers who does this. They just throw it down the platform. And those who keep drumming, take the room. You won't even see anybody to beat drum for him even if you wanted to change. So leave that alone. Maybe today we are a popular politician with charisma like to head up to the president. He will say that the crowd, I would say, this one they are not. They just manage to assemble full corpus of a criminal enterprise in the state. And that criminal enterprise is sustained by cash. So in here, there is cash in the coffer of the state government. And he's insisting that the government should get the money and let them share. The government says, no, I do not need to touch that money because the money approved under the leadership of the sole administrator, as approved by the National Assembly, as was presented to them by the president, who did the sort of emergency coordination, that money is still enough for me to operate and run the state. And meanwhile, there are budgetary provisions allowed under law that allow me to spend and spend a percentage on the next budget. So I don't need to start rushing to go there and want some money from House of Assembly. And so that frustration of not having money is the reason for the fight. It's understand that very clearly. And it was the state that had that we didn't want to take their money and share. So they are likely to be loyal to the motion of the government. Just forget about it. What about the gate? You think they are happy that we can target that money? No. They think that the political party will do everything possible to make sure that that money is in the hands of the governor, so that when they want as a party, the governor can actually use that money to work for their own agency interest, their program, the things that they take to do in the state, to actually get it through to like their ways. That's what it is. Not to use the money, spend it for weekends, to use and pay people. That's all he does. He pays these people who follow him to buy their loyalty. That's just what it is. So leave him alone. We are now going to be treated to a cinema of Wike's political fall. And let us watch it.
Oh, I'm talking about the Wike's political fall. And people don't remind them of waiting in talk years back when they been day one Sasowa show, and they talk, say, the lady asked him a question for inside that show, say, waiting you advise somebody about Godfatherism. And Wike emphatically said that Godfatherism can never work in River State, and that he would advise somebody to resist it. Let me quickly play it again for record purpose.
What advice would you give to your brother governor in Lagos State, Akim Oyambode, giving his risk to his political godfather?
Yes, that's it.
Godfather.
I will tell him to resist it. If it is correct, I'll tell him to resist it. Godfatherism cannot work in River State. It will never work.
So the thing is, with this kind of thing going on now, where did Wike...
Okay, so that's the portion of Wike's that I wanted us to listen to. I'm going to move to where he talked about Peter Obi is really where I'm interested in. But because I know a lot of you guys are interested in the fight in River State, that's why I allowed that to play on for as long as it did. So let me think. It's here. See.
Of life. So for me, it's not a victim. I don't think you should worry about.
Hold on.
Doesn't know what to do with somebody he can't control. You and Peter don't belong at all. He has never in his life, and I don't think he'll never be able to gain such public, admiration that Peter strikes people. Peter has caught the imagination of the young generation of Nigerians in a way that's unmatched by any other politician that we've ever known since independence in Nigeria. And whatever has caused that, it also may be as a consequence of the challenges our democracy has had due to the death of leadership. So as Peter has now appeared, and he seems to be this well-liked and well embraced by people. And so that forces Mr. Onanuga to now create for himself a job. But it's not only Mr. Onanuga. Mr. Onanuga is just one of several people who are outstruck by Peter Obi's sustained presence and capacity to capture the imagination of Nigerians of all walks of life. So for me, it's not a victim. I don't think you should worry about it. What we normally do is don't reply to these people. Just ignore them because they don't make sense. Every Nigerian has every right to react to any human being and every single event or action the way it affects them. So the gentleman who reacts will show that Peter frightens him. So he will always find something to say about him. I will tell you, give you one analogy. There is no tree. You see every child, stone, in the village. If there aren't things of value, above, is that tree. If the tree that has value, it is its leaves and branches that you see use, throwing stones at it so that whatever fruit it holds could fall and they could gain advantage by taking it. So by your things, by throwing such jabs at Peter, that Peter could be deflected and suppose it is, but that's not true. That's not true. The more you call it, just like the Trump effect, the more people will hear it. The more you mention that name, the more some will say, why did they ever call that man's name? Well, why can't they say if they don't call the man's name? So that's what it is. I don't see anything big in it. I see nothing wrong with Onanuga exercising his constitutional right to be awestruck by Peter and to react in the way that he feels best. I don't see an issue with that now. I think people should not worry themselves about such issues. It's like asking a woman, why are you envious of that other woman? There may be something the husband sees in that other woman. And that's what forces her into being envious. Maybe if she thinks that woman has what she doesn't have, that's enough to cause envy. So I don't see anything big with those who try to throw stones or jabs at Peter or talking about him. The most important thing is the way the public accepts him, the way he's able to sustain. Can't you see? The minute that thing happens, also the leaders of the media movement said we will not support any ticket where Peter is advised. That drove that message. And that's why you saw people, those who thought, why should we say Peter is invisible? Why should we say this to people? They said it's good. So those things don't really worry me. Okay?
So now when you don't mention this, Omeka even talk about. So person we talk that one today again. I mean, you don't talk about several times, but today again, he raised a conversation where the Daily Momodu, where he talks say insults for anybody to place Peter Obi ahead of any other presidential candidates. Saying an insult. Say why they go think say Peter Obi they say shall pass. Why they go place Peter Obi ahead of Atiku or GBK Amechi. Say that one an insult, and they good. And he said this in an interview with them, I think Channels Television earlier today. And this one don't raise a lot of controversy because people don't drag him. Even inside that interview, he also said that Peter Obi can be vice to Atiku. If Peter Obi is not good enough, why do you want him to the vice to Atiku. But you're saying that you know he's not. It's an insult to place him ahead of any other person. Before I finish the conversation, make I just play and small for you, make an excerpt of that interview and the way he used. So it was like he was rubbishing the character of Peter Obi, like he's not all what people are saying he is. There are other people better than him. Take a listen.
Doing so much, and it's a brain box for our party. So I don't know where people got the idea of the worst of us. Atiku certainly cannot be the worst of us. He left power in 2007.
Did any of you listen to this man's interview? Dele Momodu.
God has also blessed him with good health. And so I don't know who was being referred to as the worst of us. So that first was my alarm. The second one was Tomi, my brother, okay, who said if Obi does not pick the ticket, he will withdraw his support. For me, I told him plainly, that cannot be a threat to a party. A fledgling political party. You cannot in advance. If you wanted automatic ticket, then you can run almost as a semi, okay, private, you understand, candidate, where if you're on your own, so nobody will challenge you, form your own.
Okay, all right, sir. I don't know out there.
To come into coalition,
let's just let him finish.
You cannot threaten the other potential candidates. We need the cooperation of everybody. That is why we call it a coalition. It's not a one-man thing. And Nigeria does not recognize independent candidacy. So, Obi is a fantastic guy, phenomenal. But to now say he's the best of all of them, where you have the articles, where you have the amicis, I think it's an insult on the rest of them. And so I needed to sound it a note of caution. Now, please don't let us go this route. It's not going to augur well for our party. Right now, the APC, that's what we're waiting for, that there will be this switching out of commotion. And if we don't stop it now, that is what they are going to use against the French coalition. They are praying and fasting that we will be in disarray, we will be in total commotion, and we will never be able to agree on the ideals that brought about this coalition. But I am assuring you that thank God for the elders, because in the days of tribulations, you run to the elders of the house, and we have enough elders in NDC to help.
Okay, so
all right, make I stop back here. So I mean, earlier yesterday, Imbe don't talk, say maybe we be very careful and make ABC act now, so that things need to get act up, and before they will come bring the weak case syndrome. Some people where Sabi find trouble, come bring the weak case syndrome, come enter inside the ADC. Like there are people who spike trouble, and then the obedience quickly Assad responded to him that he's speaking about the obedience, that, and the only reason he's saying this is because people are saying that Peter Obi should be the presidential flag bearer rather than Atiku Abubakar, and that the only reason he's making all of this claim is because of Atiku Abubakar. I also have something more to tell you, because some people did for the opinion that, oh, this is what they're saying a ton of south. Say after all, now the south now first break the rule with good luck Jonathan, by going beyond the speculated tenor for the south. That the south broke the rule, so it's okay for the north to also break the rule and still contest now, like they contested in 2013. So there's nothing wrong in 2023 rather. There's nothing wrong with it. But let me take a reaction to Dele Momodu first, based on all these things.
First, I want to help. Dele Momodu is new to the political.
He was a presidential. Okay, he was a presidential aspirant too, even though he went primaries. Okay, sir.
The presidential aspirant of what? Did Dele Momodu pay to buy any form? That you just be saying your presidential thing, and they say come and pay to collect form. Did he pay money anywhere to buy form anywhere? No. And a newspaper publisher tells you I'm an aspirant. They say okay, if an aspirant, come and buy form, and he ran away. He only just did that. One, Dele Momodu was never a member of the PDP when we zoned to the north. In a way to correct that problem of 2015, we zoned to the north in 2019. And when we zoned to the north in 2019, Atiku Abubakar emerged. I served as a member of the presidential campaign team. Dele Momodu was still at that time doing his ovation newspaper. He had never joined us. So it was now when, after 8 years of the north had served, it was now time for the presidential pendulum to swing to the south. So Atiku and some Fulani stalwarts refused. It has been this problem. Just as you see the Americans came because Nigeria has the Fulani problem. And the same thing in the political space. The Fulani would not allow other Nigerians to gain inclusion in this issue. Atiku himself became a Nigerian in 1961, has enjoyed inclusion, and has risen to become a vice president. Allow other Nigerians to enjoy the same inclusion, Atiku would not agree. Instead, he will use dollarized primaries, buy whatever to be able to knock people out. He's a hired voice.
Eh?
I'm not talking as a politician here.
He said he's a hired voice.
He's a hired voice, forced to just come and say this. It's not part of us in the political space. It was never part of us when we zoned to the north in 2019. Dele Momodu was not a politician, not a member of any political party. I said that, and I've said, I am an original. I have been with this journey from the beginning, and that was why after the 8 years of the presidency being in the north, we now said it has to go to the south. When the northerners said no, that was how we now built the business movement, and the rest is history. When the PDP now told Atiku that they would like to zone to the north, that was when Atiku left to go from this APC. But because he has so destroyed the PDP now is comatose and moribund. So we have gone into the APC as you saw with the announcement. We get the caveat that we would never support the ticket if the northerners do not respect that convention that the north has had 8 years, and it is now the turn of the south. But what doesn't know what he's saying. That's why I tell you, because the hired voice who wants to just make all those articles, intended statements, it's not part of the political space. So I don't consider him as somebody I should even talk back to. Now, has he ever been in a campaign where we have done and won an election? Has Momodu ever been part of campaign? I worked in the Passenger campaign.
Guys, please help me double tap your screen device to like. The likes are very low. Or click on the 3 dots on the right hand corner to like the show, please. Kindly help me take the likes up. For those of you who have liked, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But please help me to double tap your screen device to like the live. And share and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you as you do so.
We won election. I worked in the Good Luck campaign. We won election. I was in the Yaradua campaign. We won election. Has Momodu ever been in a campaign that won an election? I was in the P2P campaign. I served as Special Advisor Public Affairs to P2P. And what happened? We changed the country with the outcome and what we did. And of course, they are all now confessing to themselves. P2P won with the change of figures. Forget about it. Where we are now, we moved past yesterday, and we are now telling people the problem the Americans came to solve was because Nigeria has the Fulani problem. Let the Fulani leaders understand that it is not just the terrorism which they have combined to come and levy against Nigeria, which the U.S. intervention has now stopped. Let them also allow Nigerian politics to be free so that other people can participate in it. This is what I'm saying. So it is not just only they trying to appropriate the country, which now led them into using terrorism to undermine the space which the Americans claim. And you saw as the Americans came, it is against the Fulani. It is the Sokoto that they were doing that the targeted bombing came to Ankaluna. Look at the published paper by the U.S. government. It is against the Miyaz Allah. It is against the Nabital Kodaku. It is against both the Makban and also the Miyaz Allah Kato. Nigeria has a Fulani problem, both on the security side and also on the political side. So now the Americans have come in to tell us, yes, you have the Fulani problem. I think Fulani politicians like and people should understand that for us to be able to solve this Nigerian Fulani problem, people like him must understand. If the Fulani have ruled for 8 years, allow Nigerians from all the south and other places to also gain inclusion. And that's what we're saying. We're not begging, we're insisting. So such hired voices like Dele Momodu are not insignificant. We have a very, very prime argument, and what we are saying is Nigeria should stop having a Fulani problem. We have been able now to get the Americans to arrest them as they legislate jihad against the country. We are also asking them to allow Nigerians to breathe in the political space. If the Fulani has ruled for 8 years with Buhari, allow other indigenous people to also have access to the political power. That's what we're saying. Understand that. Understand that. What the Fulani are playing into is all the fraudulent acrobatics that the military did because they control the military. Wrote decrees, gave them all sorts of advantage, and those are the things that they're playing. We said, no, let us reset the country and bring back the equilibration that we used to have that allows balance between Christians and Muslims, between the north and the south. This was the Fulani damage, and when we kept quiet, they started a war, which the Americans have now come to reset by intervening. Nigeria, whether you like it or not, has a Fulani problem. Not the North problem. The Fulani are not the North. The North is a diverse place. So that's what we're saying. It's something that Nigerian study project. We not just solve it militarily, security-wise, we also need to solve it in the political space where it has gone to undermine the chances of other Nigerians to also partake in the governance of Nigeria. That's what we're saying. The Fulani problem is real.
Okay, sir. So, all right. I get a lot of things to talk, but I don't know where to start from for this matter. All right.
Go anywhere. I'm with you. Go anywhere.
Okay. The issue of Dele Momodu thinking that Chibuike Amechi and Atiku Abubakar are far better than Peter Obi and is an insult to their personality to want to compare or say that.
It's a big voice. Dele Momodu is not part of us in the political space. He's just a big voice. He's only doing that because Atiku Abubakar paid him to speak for him. Yes.
But Dele Momodu he may sue you for this, so he'll tell you that he's a man of his own. What's the evidence that Atiku paid him?
But we know that now. That's all he does. He's working for Atiku Abubakar. What is the He's not a
Wow. Everyone working for Atiku Abubakar, they all want to have something to gain. Why? Why is it that it's something everyone that wants to work with Atiku, they all have something that they want to benefit? None of them are working for him because they are patriotic, because they want to see the country work. They just want because of what he will give to them, favor, dollar. God. Anyway, let's continue.
And that's what he's doing. I am in the party. I was there when the thing happened. He's never been a part of the PDC. He's just a member of Atiku Abubakar. That's what the people do. He's not a member of any political party. He's just adjusting Atiku Abubakar board. That's what he did. That's what he did.
All right.
So do not take his word as a word of valor. No. He's not part of us. No.
So I don't know whether you know about what happened yesterday. People don't begin to drag INEC like a past my level generator. Because INEC released a statement yesterday telling Abure, saying intent or don't inspire. In fact, they quoted the Supreme Court, that the Supreme Court judgment stated unequivocally that his tenure had expired. So that is why, responding to the protest of Abure team, why they no show their people for inside the FCT election will they come up. And INEC responded that way to Abure. People now said that, excuse me, did you guys have to wait for Peter Obi? On I get this judgment since April last year. On I wait till Peter Obi leave the party before I go remind Abure saying then order expire. Where were you as the what did they call him? Election umpire? Since when on another tell Abure since why Peter Obi still did the party say look, your turn don't expire. Why they not tell him since? Why did they have to wait? That's what people were saying. Why did they have to wait till Peter Obi left the party for them to say that? Some people are already saying that it's obvious that INEC is already biased. But is that enough to call INEC biased and to say that bias already, even before the election, the general election?
INEC is biased because currently the country is captured. And that's why I told you that everybody reacts to Peter Obi the way they see it. INEC reacts to Peter Obi by not granting the Supreme Court's as something that can work until when Peter Obi has now moved away from Labour Party. Then it now came to say, Abure, your something is inspired, you know this. So this is INEC reacting to Peter Obi. It's the same thing you see by Onanuga reacting to Peter Obi. In the same way you say that, what do you call him now? Dele Momodu reacting to Peter Obi. Everybody reacts to Peter Obi as it concerns them. And that's why I tell you, Peter Obi is just a lucky man that is on the lips and on the touch of all these people who have interest about Nigeria's politics. So for me, it remains a duty on us how we move forward. But I can tell you something. What I told you months ago, which I restated last week, I will not support any platform if Peter Obi is not the presidential candidate. I will rather insist that the presidency stays in the party for 8 years. Peter Obi, if they have gone to talk to him, which anger people like me, Patitoni and the rest of us, put pressure on him, come inside, we'll do the highest, I will do one thing, you go, make me president. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that. So, it is not Peter Obi that is the issue. It is the people who support him. And all who support him are saying, if it's not Peter Obi at the head of the ticket, we will not bring that support. And that's why you see the Momo demand angry. We don't want to support his vote. We don't want to. We don't. If Amechi has not yet become an issue, it's the issue for him, Momodu, is his boss, his master, Atiku Abubakar. And we are saying Atiku Abubakar has nothing to offer the country. At 82 years old, let him go and
Well, he said God has blessed him with good health, and he's never been in government since 2007. So how do you know that Atiku will not do well? That's his question.
We know he's a candidate. We know he's a very corrupt man. He has nothing.
Yeah.
He's the master of dollarized primaries.
Bam.
So that is known to use money to corrupt anything. How can you trust him? We are looking for a new path. Nigeria seeks to chart a new path, not to go back to simple petty things with this grunt, with the politicians like Atiku. We don't want that. We don't. So that's why some of us want that. We want to do a clean break with the past. We want a new country, not just us. The reason you see me now calm down for whatever I see is that, yes, you may not like Trump, but I like what he's doing in Nigeria. I kept saying it for the past 12 years that Nigeria has a foreign problem. The Americans agree. They listed it there. The Biyeti Allah Kalkovone, the Biyeti Allah Makaban. And so, how are you now coming to tell me I was wrong? I was right all along. I didn't say it was a Muslim problem. When they talked about I said, yes, other Muslims think kill the Hausa. And then Fulani kill them because they think that the Hausas are expendable, collateral damage. And that's the truth. It was the Muslims in Nigeria. It was the Fulani. Why? Fulani came to Nigeria in 1803. They were employed by the British to supervise under the House of Upper State. And then when we got independence, the British left. Nobody disengaged the Fulani from colonizing the Hausa. Because that was it was the indirect rule. You look after the Hausa and then you report back to the British. But when the British left, they still left the Fulani over the Hausa. And that's one thing we never corrected. So the Fulani now use that advantage they have over the Hausa to now undermine the country. That's what happened. So for us to actually move forward, you must dismantle that state that the Fulani built, that they now use to sustain the building of settler colonialism. And when we couldn't allow them on time because our democracy showed that they don't have numbers, and for them to sustain their position with the start to maintain numbers, couldn't get a number, they started a slow motion war. A jihad that involved industrial kills, ethnic cleansing of Christians of Kaduna State, of Christians in Southern Borno, Southern Gombe, of Christians in Benue State, that is 98% Christians, 85% Catholic, and after the Catholicism, then you have the NKSC, that's the Nengu Christi, out Sudan SC, which literally means the people of the Christ in Sudan, obsidious prayer instruction. That was founded, and the FIM was founded, the Sudanese Nation. And that tells you that area of the land currently called Northern Nigeria, before the name of the country, Nigeria, was known as part of the Sudan. So this is our problem. So because the British left and the Fulani stayed back, Nigeria had this one problem.
All right, sir. So talking about this on where they talk now, some people don't talk, say, people from North now don't be wise, say, Hausa, Northerners, and other. So we get different hundreds of ethnic groups inside the North. People, they think, say, only Hausa, Fulani, and all that now we get for North. People don't know, say, we get so many tribes for North. So people, they talk, say, some of the tribes and ethnic groups them for North, and the Hausas inclusive, don't talk, say, they don't wash their hands come on like conscious violence. They don't want to put any Fulani person. So we hear that, according to some gossip, say, the Fulani people said they weary because they no one come and people reject them. I don't know whether that's not true or not lie. That's on the one hand. Sir, not true?
It is true. Our problem is true to us. We, because of our ignorance of the norms, most of us in the South used to call anybody from Kogi State down to Sokoto State Hausa. But it's not true. The North is actually a diverse, heterogeneous area with several ethnicities. You have the Hausas, who historically originate from 4 states, going into the 5th one where the party is, which is Jigawa, then states like Katsina, Zamfara, Sokoto, and Kano, with that core Hausa states, we know it. The only things you see now are Fulanis inhabiting the palaces of the traditional ruler. Okay, see, just like here in the South. In 1958, a lot of Southern communities elected their first indigenous traditional ruler. Just I'm not talking about like the East. The East here, you had the Awa Confederacy, the
I already knew this was going to happen. Sincere apologies. I'll have to call Dr. Kaj back. So that's
okay. Well, that's about the part that I wanted us to listen to. If you want to catch up on the rest of the interview, you can go do that. So yeah, most of the things that he says is actually, it was actually eye-opening. Some information. It's always learning period when Dr. Kaj comes. I don't like missing his lives. It's always eye-opening sessions with history and all of that. And in a way, I kind of agree with him what he says with Dele about what he said about Dele Momodu. Most of these people are paid. When they pay them, they come and start selling. Why would you be selling an 80-something-year-old man? I don't understand, though. Nigerians, I don't understand. The value is so backwards. An 80-something-year-old man that should be resting. I say I'm not going to say anything negative about him, but I mean, he's like a great-grandfather. It doesn't make sense. The indigents of Nigeria wants to run their show themselves. And again, with all this whole thing with Fulanis rampaging, doing all kinds of things, Atiku Abubakar, come on, chill. Your people are doing this. Why don't you go and solve that one problem first? Let's see you try to resolve that. Anyway, I said I no go talk. Make I leave him for there. Let me just leave it there. But it's very annoying. It really is annoying. And earlier on today, I played the video of Ahmed Dati, saying that Peter Obi still his man and all of that. I had no doubt about what Ahmed Dati was doing. No doubt at all whatsoever. I didn't have any doubt about it. Let me go through the comment sections real quick. I have a couple of short videos from Twitter that I want to show you guys as well. Let me see. Welcome, Olufola. I hope I said that right. Let me see. No presidential candidate can repair Nigeria and entrench good governance unless the current structure of Nigeria is changed. The best structure for Nigeria is divide Nigeria into 6 geopolitical. Okay, well, I do agree with you that it should be. I'm on that. I actually support the idea of 6 geopolitical zones. But I disagree with you when you say no president can. So the fact that you have presidents that have failed you, especially this one that has literally taken you to the gutter, apart from Peter Obi and Ahmed Dati, and any other better person that we don't yet know, the rest can kick rocks, right? So there are candidates that can actually turn Nigeria around. The problem is that you have thieves, bandits, terrorists running the show, drug dealers, traffickers, kidnappers running your government. So that's why for you, because that's maybe all you've seen, you think that, oh, nothing good can. That's why you think like that. Desmond, welcome. Ahmed, welcome. Exactly. Welcome, Mohammed. As it is currently, and 6 vice presidents for each zone with a single president in the center, let each of the 6 geopolitical have their assembly, the current to hand. That's bullshit, man. Olufolaji, when Peter Obi comes in, you will know that there are politicians and there are politicians. Okay? John, welcome. In Nigeria, we don't have leaders. What we have are rulers who only want what they will get from the people, not what they will do for the masses. Yeah, the rulers that you have right now. Okay? Peter Obi does not fall into that category. Mark, welcome. The problem is that the Fulanis have taken over the northern Nigeria from Hausas and want to extend it to western and eastern Nigeria. They can't extend it to eastern Nigeria. They're going to face a lot of pushback. But I see that they've seriously infiltrated the western part of Nigeria, which is sad. They are literally kicking people out of their homes. Okay? They are literally kicking people out of their homes. you know. They are even desecrating, you know, unaliving the traditional leaders, you know, which is a desecration in the West, you know, buying them and throwing them inside the bush. This is sad though. Kogi is Kwara State is gone. Ilorin is gone. Kwara is part of Ilorin now. It's gone. They've entered Oyo State. Osun State. How many days ago here, or how many months ago here, we heard about the unaliving that is going on? It's crazy. Osun State, the same thing. It's crazy. The affairs with the current national and center president to direct the affairs of the United Kingdom of Nigeria. And Peter Obi has the capacity to turn this whole thing around. He and Ahmed Dati. But not this Balablu that we have, this Babla. This one did not come to do anything. He's not even in the country. He's largessing somewhere, chilling with Macron, while you guys are suffering in Nigeria. When we have this agreement, then there won't be a current. Yeah, with the right person. Presidential seat and all Nigerians, we have a sense of it. This is what I beg, keep your God to yourself, not bring a con here. Oh yeah? Olufola, keep your God to yourself. Okay? Go and fight for your country, not leave her to God. Which message? The only message if he give you, he never tell you something you go carry and maybe you go fight for your people. I beg. Under the current structure of Nigeria, nobody. Yes, Peter Obi can help Nigeria. Yeah. You will continue to talk because that's what you do. Clearly, all you do is talk, and you Olufola will continue to talk for the next 100 years. Okay, all right. So if you want to go, if you want your country to work, leave your God alone and go and fight. He's not going to do for you what you should do for yourself. All right. Sam Kem, welcome. Oh, Sam Kem, welcome. Six geopolitical zones, yeah, with the right person, Peter Obi, of course. But with the one that we have now, that is a terrorist, it's not going to happen. So keep hoping on that. This one clearly, when everyone were shouting then and saying you guys should avoid this man, no, una not agree. See am now, una they cry pass. Una go see the correct one and go say no, una not they go. Because you people are, you guys are more concerned about the place where the person comes from. Una they collect now, front and back. I beg. Let me see, play some videos here. Okay, for my Edo people, they say activists confront. Look, una listen. I cannot read them.
You see these boys? Then they run. They don't see me. Now this red the tag will kill all of you. You see this place? You see these boys? Now they're not drunk. That they ask me that one back. Una they crazy. I know they come from psychiatric hospital. All these drugs, one of the self opinion. Shall you see all these drugs, one of the self opinion? I'll back all of you. You people will not go and get something to do. You'll be selling drugs. I'll back all. Look at the people you should be rating. And the people you should be backing away. Now, you see these boys? Then they run. They don't see me. Now this red the tag will kill.
This girl needs to be very careful. May they not come. Anyway, let's move forward.
Breaking news. The ICPC rejects Dangote's request to withdraw petition against former NMDPRA boss Farouk Ahmed. ICPC insists investigations must continue. According to the press statement, Dangote withdrew the petition stating that another law enforcement agency has taken over the investigation. However, the ICPC rejected this and is continuing their probe into the corruption allegations against Farouk Ahmed for public interest. The withdrawal doesn't explain impacts on integrity directly. So the richest man in Africa decided to withdraw the case from the ICPC, but they rejected the offer and said no, they must see the end. They must search this man in and out. Well, guys, what do you think about this news? What do you think?
So this guy, Femi Otedola, he posted a happy birthday greeting to, he said, happy birthday, happy 80th birthday to his mentor and role model, Sir Gilbert Shagri, at 80. Okay? I don't read the rest, there's no need. People have been responding to him and going in. And coming up with receipts saying, you are wishing a man that is a mentor. Your mentor was laundering money for Abacha. Is your mentor, and Sheyi Tinubu is your mentee. Wow. Anyway, this is just one of the tweets I found. I was like, wow. Okay. Next, keep it moving.
Of the Senate was the upper chamber of the National Assembly. Apart from that, their role also of us politically is immeasurable. We also believe that as one of those who have been positive impact throughout the lives and the movement of the states, it is necessary to come and identify with you today. Thank God for adding one more year to life. I will believe that you continue to celebrate your birthday before your children and your grandchildren and even their great-grandchildren. Somebody put the rub on my relationship.
Why is he talking so softly? I'm amazed though. They say he came to me demand that help Wike make money.
Started making money as a lawyer, been preparing all the estate documents for you. So I've made money to you before I became council chairman. What we should let them do people who say that God continue to live a long life. But as far as the state is concerned, nobody can take away your role and the role you play not only in this community. In fact, the development of this community cannot be taken away. They are fine.
Can I demand with this? When I make Wiki, okay, interesting. So he's trying to tell you people this is how he made his money. Oh my goodness. See Wiki and the Pikin, don't they prop him up? So this person, Queen B, says Wiki is preparing his son to be the next Rivers State governor, saying he's the only one I can trust and will not betray me. However, there's pushback from among his circle. Oh my goodness. All right, so this person responding to Femi Otedola, Auntie Agbado says, Chowgri mentored Femi Otedola. Femi Otedola mentors Sheyi Tinubu. Chowgri was Abacha's right-hand man back then. Tinubu claims he was fighting Abacha back then. Funny how Tinubu later became Chowgri's own right-hand man. Same circle, same bloodline of power, same beneficiaries. The problem was never Abacha. The problem is a system that keeps recycling Abacha with new names and better PR. Okay. Mona, listen.
My question is, why is Southeast politicians fighting Abia State Governor Alex Oti? So far,
They see
Alex
the way
Oti has
he's
proven
working
beyond all
now.
doubt that he is the only active performing governor in Nigeria so far.
Exactly.
Why can't they allow this man to work and deliver good governance for the people? Why Southeast politicians are the enemies of Igbos? Why? This man was governor of Abia State for 8 years, and not even one thing has he ever done for the people of Abia. His regime or tenure was a total failure. Now he's working against a governor who has volunteered to deliver good governance for the people. Is he a content creator, or he just wants to trend? Because he's always on the news for the wrong reason. Always. My question is,
hey, Governor Oti, they work, they jealous. Now so Then they just because they show their mediocrity. They reveal their laziness and their lack of vision. They expose them with the work when they do. Governor Oti is just repainting and rebuilding. The roads I built, what he has achieved in 4 months is what I achieved in 8. Oh my God. Breaking, they say former APC chairman Abdullahi Adamu has defected to ADC ahead of the 2027 election. I've seen this man's face before, but I don't really know. They say he was former ADC APC chairman. Okay, now they hear now former APC chairman. Now, Parallel Fact says while Nigeria plunges into darkness, Tinubu's Aso Villa gets 7 billion naira solar upgrade in 2026 budget, despite 10 billion from 2025 budget. I beg, make we listen to
negotiating with
Dr. Amuniki.
I am not interested. What do you mean we want to be negotiating with kidnapping? I'll be what?
Your Excellency, you don't need to be part of it. All I'm asking is for your permission. Since I was once a mayor of the state, I have some police and military personnel that are loyal to me. I only need your approval to do this kidnapping work.
Kidnapping work? You want to become a kidnapper?
I mean, mediator between kidnappers and the victims.
I don't want to be into all the shady businesses. I want to face election and campaign for next coming election. Huh? This is going to get very dark, man.
What if I told you that just one person that will kidnap and will demand for 100 million, you can get 50 million naira from it?
50 million?
Yes.
Confirm location. Copy.
Jesus.
Location, Ami Bunot.
In a small table.
Approaching. Struggling through Amibu South. Yes.
Don't forget 400k service charge. Let them add it.
Okay. I don't know who they're trying to make fun of there. Okay, so let me read this quote I saw. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president or any other public official, save exactly to the degree in which he himself stands by the country. This is Theodore Roosevelt. Okay? So for people that are defending politicians to the death, while your people are being slaughtered, you are still bending over backward. It has to be him. It is him. It is Jagaban. While they are slaughtering people up and down, because he never reached your doorstep. It is him. It is Jagaban. That's who that message is for. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember this English Alaji. He's always bringing information of where the Fulanis attacked, who they attacked, the villages they attacked. Suddenly, we just hear today now say they don't carry the guy 2 days ago. Nobody knows where he is. They arrested him and took him to an unknown location. So people are calling for them to release the guy. Nigeria. Going on, moving along.
Boys, this one. Alright, dear APC boys, this one is no longer banter. This is maintenance advice, and if you are smart enough, you will listen and digest. And I know say most of you are no Kukuma get sense, but still will do it for content. Alright, you see this recent tension between Wiki and the APC, and that cold shoulder, that body language, that I'm here but I'm not happy energy, that we don't send your papa vibes, and you're not a member of APC or PDP. Yes, that's how documentaries begin. Let's remind ourselves of the sensitive information and files Wiki is sitting on. According to court filings by Peter Obi, River State was not lost at the polling unit. It was adjusted later. Polling unit spoke clearly. Figures aligned. Then national coalition.
Welcome, Michael.
And at the center of this whole operation.
Oh, welcome, Mr. Morege. Welcome.
Everything.
Oh, you will need to replay, Mr. Morege.
You don't have to use your lifeline, call a friend, or ask an audience to know this. APC boys, this is why the current tension is dangerous. Because Wiki doesn't leak rumors, he leaks processes. He doesn't shout fraud. He will settle down and explain everything. Right now, he's quiet, but relevant is emotional currency. The moment Wiki feels sidelined,
disrespected or used, silence becomes optional. One bad week, one snub too many, one we don't need you again, and Wike might call a press conference and say, let me clarify something about Rivers. We hear dates, numbers, who got Abuja, who delayed collation, who signed what and who did what. That's the nightmare scenario. You all think Wike's story threats here and there for nothing. To APC boys, read the room, fix the tension, manage the ego, protect the alliance. Because the day Wike decides to talk, it will sound like opposition noise. It will sound like an insider briefing. And Nigerians will finally understand that Peter Obi didn't lose Rivers at the polls. Rivers was lost after the polls. And that kind of information, Trump did take work. Go ask Nicolas Maduro how far. He'll go clear you. Peace.
I bet make this fight, may they not settle. Omo. Make Wike sing like canary. I beg. Okay, so another young man has been sentenced to kpai. What did he do? Another Christian, this is Christian Emergency Alliance. Another Christian has been sentenced to kpai for the crime. Where Olufola, what be they call the man, the guy name? What be name again? Make I go. Olufola, Olufola, here is work for you. Another Christian has been sentenced to kpai for the crime of self-defense. Victor Solomon, aka Zidane, a Christian who defended his community from Fulani Islamist attacks, has been sentenced to kpai for doing so, just because he defended his community. Shockingly, he was charged with the same crime in 2 different courts. He was acquitted in one, then condemned in Kaduna by a Muslim judge. Christians have a right to defend themselves from Islamists who attack them. This is not okay. Pray for Zidane, his family, and community. He needs immediate help. Olufola, this is what you should be worried about. You suppose chook mouth for this one now. Suppose they do videos, they call for the release of this man. Not be to come from here, come they talk. No, there's no politician in Nigeria. Nobody can fix Nigeria because you cannot fix it. Because you have failed in fixing it. Here is work for you, Olufola. Come and do work. Do video. Call for the release of your fellow brother. Not be cho. Not be to type. Not be to come here, come drop comment for people comment section. Here is fight for you. Look at him. Come and fight. Go. Protest, carry video, come out, call for the release of this innocent man. That's what you should be busy doing, because you cannot do it. If you cannot do it, sit it out. Let those who can do it do it. Now mouth they divide to six geographical whatever. Now mouth. Anyway, there are people that are not even Christians that are pushing and demanding for his release, while you are here talking about geographical location. I beg.
We know they are doing everything to stop or to make sure that Peter Obi didn't get the ticket. Their greatest fear, because somebody told me very close to the system of APC, he said the only formula of somebody that they cannot beat, the only thing in front of them that they don't have solution to it is Mr. Peter Obi. They don't have any formula for them to win election if Peter Obi grabs the ticket. Because one, if the Muslim ticket has pursued them from the United States, there is nowhere they are going to hide. They must take a Christian candidate from the north. And if they force the Muslims, that they have already used them. That's why they don't bring this issue of use and dump. So there is somebody like that is from the north for them to do that. So I'm telling you, whether they create the Labour Party, which we have known that the Labour Party is not going to be anywhere, because the Labour Party has been filing candidates from 2011 or so. They have presidential candidates. Nobody heard about that, the presidential candidate. But people tend not to understand this phenomenon, Mr. Peter Obi. He is not running for president for himself. It's a gang of young people all over the country that they feel that this man look like us.
Right. Okay.
This man dress like us. This man talk like us. This man eat like us. This man is not holistic. He's not thinking like them.
Right,
Even though he can be like them, but he chooses to be like us, and we want to be like him, and we choose him to be in front so that we follow him to the destination of this new Nigeria that we want to create for ourselves.
Okay, Ibrahim Abdul Karim, I want to thank you very much indeed.
When you carefully listen to what Abdul Karim said, especially the part where he referenced what his source from the APC told him, then everything begins to make sense. When you pay attention and listen beyond the surface, it becomes much clearer why the APC is so desperate and relentless in its actions against Peter Obi. This is not guesswork. This is not speculation. You can hear it clearly from the words that were spoken. The truth is simple and very clear. The only candidate the APC does not have a solution for is Peter Obi. That single fact explains everything. To the APC, candidates like Atiku, Amaichi, and the rest are not a real threat. They are not worried about them. They are not losing sleep over them. That is why you hardly hear sustained attacks against them. That is why you rarely hear the APC discussing Atiku seriously, let alone Amaichi. There are no constant media assaults. There are no aggressive legal strategies aimed at stopping them. There is no coordinated attempt to remove them from the political space. And this is not accidental. It is deliberate. The APC knows exactly who threatens their grip on power and who does not. They know where the real danger lies, and they are responding accordingly. This entire situation also tells us something deeper and more revealing. It strongly suggests that they already have the real results of the 2023 election. They know exactly what happened behind the scenes. They know who Nigerians truly voted for. They know within themselves that Peter Obi actually won that election. That knowledge is what fuels their fear. If Peter Obi truly lost in 2023, they would not be behaving this way. If he was irrelevant or weak politically, they would not be investing this much energy trying to block him. They would not be going through back doors, courtrooms, party structures and institutions just to stop one man. Their actions expose the truth they are trying to hide. This is why every effort they are making now is focused on one thing and one thing only: ensuring that Peter Obi is not on the ballot at all. Not weakening him, not negotiating with him, not facing him in a fair contest, but stopping him completely from contesting. They simply do not want Peter Obi on the ballot. And the reason is very obvious. They are scared of what will happen if he is allowed to contest again. They know that once Peter Obi's name appears on the ballot, it will no longer be business as usual. They know the old political calculations will collapse. They know the usual manipulation will face resistance like never before. They understand that Obi's presence fundamentally changes the equation. They also know that if Obi contests again, he will not get fewer votes than he did in 2023. He will get more. His support base has not diminished, it has expanded. His message has not faded, it has grown stronger. Nigerians are more politically conscious today than they were in 2023, especially the youths. The youths are no longer indifferent. They are no longer apathetic. They are no longer passive observers. The youths will not allow what happened in 2023 to repeat itself. They have learned painful lessons. They are watching closely. They are organizing at the grassroots. They are determined to defend their votes. And the APC knows this reality. They know that with Obi on the ballot, the level of vigilance, resistance, and scrutiny will be far greater than before. That alone is enough to make them panic. This entire episode clearly shows that Peter Obi's popularity is not declining, it is growing. It shows that his acceptance cuts across regions, religions, and age groups. It shows that he has become a political reference point in Nigeria. More importantly, it shows that he is the most popular candidate in the country today. It also confirms something very important. Peter Obi is the only candidate that can genuinely defeat Tinubu in a fair, free, and transparent election. That is the truth they are running away from. This is also why we continue to insist that if the ADC is truly serious about defeating Tinubu, then they must be honest with themselves and realistic about strategy. This is not the time for internal power struggles. This is not the time for ego battles. This is not the time for unnecessary primaries that will only divide the opposition and weaken their chances. If the ADC truly wants to win, then they must think strategically. They should jettison the idea of a divisive primary and instead adopt a consensus candidate approach. This approach is not new. It has been used successfully in politics before. What matters is choosing the right person. And that person is Peter Obi. Not because of emotions, not because of blind loyalty, but because of facts, numbers, and political reality. Obi is the candidate that connects with the masses. Obi is the candidate that energizes the youths. Obi is the candidate that inspires hope and participation. Obi is the candidate the ruling party is afraid of. Giving Obi the ticket makes the path to victory clearer and easier. Anything short of that is a gift to the APC. We also want to urge obedience everywhere, across Nigeria and in the diaspora, to keep the work going. Keep organizing, keep mobilizing, keep educating voters, keep engaging peacefully but firmly. What you are doing is not in vain. The results are already showing, even if the ruling party pretends otherwise. The fear we are witnessing today is evidence that the movement is working. 2027 is our year of victory, not because of wishful thinking, but because Nigerians are ready, because the people are awake, because the political consciousness of the country has changed forever. And this time, nobody will take it away from us again.
I know that the system is afraid of Peter Obi. We know because they know the truth about... Well, of course, I know so. The government is aware of Peter Obi's performance in the last elections, and they know he is their main problem, not Atiku. Never mind the fraudulent things that INEC wrote. Those things don't mean nothing. We know Peter Obi was the man of the last election. So if acrobatically they refuse to allow the result to stand, and somehow they now brought Tinubu and imposed Tinubu, good. Tinubu would not forget that the position he holds is like Abacha. Abacha never let Abiola rest because they knew, even though they didn't allow Humphrey Mosu to announce the election results, Abiola was the person that they had to be afraid of. So if the government today is afraid of Peter Obi, they know a lot about the true numbers of the voting results than they are willing to admit to the general public.
Bam! Hey! Hey! I think we came here to play. Una con dey gaslight person for comment section. Now know say the country need to divide.
English. Everybody, I beg Mona share this video. This guy, English Alhaji, all he does is to expose the activities of Boko Haram, the activity of Nigeria military, the activity of the infiltration of Boko Haram by the Nigerian military. That is all he does. He has been arrested, and I know say this was going to happen. I beg, make una find how una will take come to his rescue. I dey post this video, make everybody see him. I beg, make una tag who go fit come to his rescue. I hear say they carry and go unknown location. In English Alhaji, all he does is to expose what they go on with Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the rest of it.
Yes.
When they go on for Nigeria. That is all he does. He's been arrested by the Nigeria. I don't know who arrested him. I don't know. I don't want to just put it on nobody. I beg. Mona share this video to who fit come to his rescue. They don't know where they carry and go. Everybody, I beg Mona share this video. This guy.
Okay, they don't release song go for ADC. May they give us Peter Obi.
Ladies and gentlemen of this coalition, if you want victory, give it to His Excellency Peter Obi.
ADC, Jacob well, obedient to, obedient, yeah. ADC, make no mistake, oh, shine your eyes, oh, give us Obi. ADC, Jacob well, obedient to, obedient, yeah. ADC, Nigerians are saying no. Jacob well, give us Obi. ADC, Jacob well, obedient to, obedient, yeah. ADC, make no mistake, oh, shine your eyes, oh, give us Obi. ADC, Jacob well, obedient to, obedient, yeah. ADC, Nigerians are saying no. Jacob well, give us Obi.
That's it. that say song don't drop already. You want try obedience. Okay.
This is a big warning to you. What are you doing? Who do you think? Who are you? Governor Alex Oti. I said I'm going to call out a governor very soon. You people think that I'm not scared of anybody. Governor Alex Oti, I'm calling you out with my full chest. I'm not scared of anybody or whatever you can do. Why are you like this? Is this what we agreed on? We all of us, the governors in Africa, we agreed to be showing people edits. They give us money for road, we'll chop up. What are you doing? You are tying all the roads, giving electricity, building schools and doing all of that. Who are you? What do you think you are? Why are you making this career difficult for us? How? Okay, somebody that will come and succeed you now, what is he going to campaign with? What is he going to campaign with? You're making all of us look incompetent and listen, it's the last warning. Last warning. I warned you about road, secretly did not agree. Now you are bringing buses. You are bringing buses. Who are you? What do you think you are doing? What are you? Where are you getting your own money from? The same money that federal government is giving all of us. Where you're using your pocket money? You're using your pocket money to do what? They give allocation, you're adding your pocket money for what? For what? Alex Oshi, only you know where you are getting your money from. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. You are a very bad governor. It can't work for you. You are bad. You're not doing anything good for the community. Eh? The roads where they're supposed to be sandy, you are tying it. Okay, somebody will fall and what will happen to the person? As God created day and night, they said night should be dark and day. Night for people to sleep. You are making night bright. What kind of a governor are you? What kind of a governor are you? Has to stop. And I'm warning you. This
is welcome.
A word is enough for a wise. Let me not hear any nonsense again. This is not. We had an agreement. We had an agreement that nothing is going to work. You are doing road. You are doing this thing. You are doing road. You are doing roads. You are putting electricity. You are bringing buses. Be warned. You don't want you. I see your plans. I see your plans. You don't like that seat. I've seen it. And we regret. People, we that supported you, we regret it. Go to Manya. Do work small. Work where people they do 9 years, you do in 1 year. Small this way you go do small concrete. Do nonsense this thing. Ashifat, you then she call. Put everywhere so that road go spoil the next year. So that who go get waiting to compensate. I go do this road. Okay, if another person want to replace you, waiting go talk saying go do.
Go talk waiting go want you won't do now.
Be careful. Alex Oti, be careful. Be careful. If you don't have to, I can give you an editor that will do edit for them.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
The governor is a threat to our democracy. It is better we all resign and leave the governor and those he wants to use to defraud Rivers people. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. We sit here, elected people, and we cannot enforce the constitution. Then why are we here? Why are we sitting here? Why were we elected? For how long are we going to allow this to happen?
Now people when they need to impeach Fubara be this so.
If they want us to forget the legislature, we leave the legislature. Let only the governor and the deputy governor spend as they like and eat our money and do as they like. Why were we elected? Why do we have?
They don't begin impeachment. But I say Fubara don't go France. He don't go meet Tinubu for Paris.
I thank you for your contributions. We will follow this impeachment process through. the Supreme Court has confirmed that the governor has committed offenses against the Constitution.
Really?
Let the law take its course.
Okay. All right. Una hear am. It's gonna be hot these days that are coming up. Hey, God, I beg you. Okay, here's real Queen B. She says the demands from Wike as a precondition for peace and to suspend the impeachment process. These demands were made as a precondition for peace and to suspend the impeachment process. These demands were made. A share of the 600 billion left by the sole administrator. 2, Fubara signs that he will not seek second term. 3, present 2026 budget with Wike's interest covered. Wike said, Tinubu, do your worst. Wike don't ask their state assembly, may they impeach this guy. Okay? Impeach Fubara.
I just want to give updates on what's going on. Hey America, Dr. Stella Emmanuel here. I just want to give updates on what's going on right now and give guidance on what I think people should do. There is a new flu.
Welcome, Kenny.
Maybe it's flu, I'm not
sure. Abi?
Maybe it's environmental pollution. But I know that we're seeing patients in the clinic right now that are coming in coughing, choking, wheezing, having shortness of breath. People that don't have a history of asthma, have never needed a breathing treatment, we're beginning to having to give them double breathing treatment with budesonide and albuterol before their airways can open and they can feel better. And usually we put them on ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine, and they're usually doing better in a day or two. But we also have patients that have been going through this for like a week or two and they've not had any treatment. Some of them are ending up in the hospital, some of them are ending up with pneumonia, and so this is what I would tell people to do. Number 1, get back on the Sunday medicine. For a while, we've been telling our patients that, with the COVID thing down, people don't need to be taking hydroxychloroquine or ivermectin weekly. But right now, I would advise that in the next 3 months, get on your hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin weekly. And then on a daily basis, take one of the vitamins and the supplements that have a zinc transport system. If you go to the marketplace, you actually see there's supplements with zinc transport system. Why do you need to do that? COVID, flu, Zika, dengue, all these measles, all of them, they are RNA viruses. RNA viruses are sensitive to zinc. These are studies that have been done in the NIH. But zinc needs a transport system to enter the cell. Even the zinc you eat in your food on a daily basis needs a transport system to enter the cell. That is why there's a lot of zinc deficiency. So we need to produce supplements that have zinc transport system like elderberry, quercetin, and hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin works that way too. So they will open zinc channels, zinc will enter into your system and deal with these viruses. A lot of our supplements have like vitamin C, B, and zinc, yes, elderberry, and get those.
So this, because it's now cold season, I made me bring this one. I saved this video intentionally for people when cold season, you're in doubt of what you want to, take and all of that. That's why I'm playing this video, just in case people are wondering. Fiesta, welcome. I know they help and sell any product. I don't know anything about the product, but she talks about the cold and the virus that's in the air right now. That's why I brought it. So anyway, let's move on.
Don't take our support from Mr. President for granted. You have to be careful the statement you make. You have to be careful. Today, you are enjoying in Osun. You don't know those who did the work. You open your mouth to talk about River State. Anything you see, take it. Anything you see, what? Take it.
Agreement is agreement, yo.
My God.
Agreement is agreement.
But you not just say this wicked, this madness where they go on. Why is it that every election cycle?
When Mr. President comes back,
When I see the Minister of Beer,
yeah, that's her. Yes, Kindy, that's her.
To tell him, go and ask other people what has happened to them before. Putting River State, carry your hand to come to River State. If your hand burns, don't say the people no more. I can challenge anybody. This state is a no-go area. This state is a no-go area. Whether you like it or don't like it or there. So, take the one you have taken. Stop making unnecessary comments. Take the one you have taken. Stop making unnecessary comments. If not, when I come out,
Hey, God, I beg you. Now, there's another fire. Do you guys know that there was another fire in Mile 12 yesterday? There's another fire in Mile 12. Are you sure it's not intentional? All these fires that are going on. Anyway, let's move on.
Is to our Yorubas and the Igbo brothers and sisters. Nobody should deceive you that we serve the same God.
At all, Kola, he's wrestling. He will go inside gutter. The man is ready.
That shows that Allah is not God. Nobody should deceive you.
I beg.
Don't go.
Let's move on.
That
one no concern us. Tinubu should do his worst. Wike has asked the Rivers State House of Assembly to resume today instead of the end of a month. Begin the impeachment process against Fubara. Challenge Tinubu to do his work. Meanwhile, this guy, Kwakwa, so he say, I may not be a man of constant oaths, but I promise you that come 2027, no matter who you are, you will not be allowed to manipulate the votes of the ordinary citizens. Ordinary what? Citizens. So I think that's all I've got for you guys. Oh, yeah. Peter Aka. I think you listened to this yesterday. Let me check. Because I know I'd always bring a video, so we haven't. Okay, let's listen to Peter Aka.
I beg Nigerians, where is your president? Where is Chief Bola Tinubu, the master strategist president? APC people, share holiday never reach, share Christmas and New Year never finish. Because now under this APC federal affliction government, the all progressives affliction, now we don't see say commander-in-chief and president of more than 200 million people, if it they operate as a ghost worker. Commander-in-chief be like ghost worker, if it just worker lost and the country go just they move on autopilot because Ori Buruku Lenshe. New Year holiday don't finish, other leaders don't go back their countries, they strategize on how to make their citizens' life better. Our own go there on ghost mode. When they come back, it be like Pharaoh don't return. It be like the emir of hardship don't come with new policies on how to increase the sufferhead of the people because Oshilenshe. A country where we say 25th of December, Christmas Day, another country can't help you to bomb terrorists for your own country. That same country, there is no negative statistics where we know they deal with. More than 140 million people living in extreme and multi-dimensional poverty. One of the top 3 most terrorized countries in the world. One of the worst conditions of living, high youth unemployment, high inflation, out of school children nearly 18 million. Corruption and criminality is a department in government in this country. Yet, president can decide to go and operate like a private citizen. President, people go just tell you, say he has traveled to Europe. The president is here using taxpayer money to do what? That is Nigeria, not the only country. For other places, when tragedy happen, leader go cut in trip short, come back to the country. For Nigeria, when calamity happen, the president go start in Agbada, start in Babariga, enter plane, jet out of the country with taxpayer money because there is no accountability, there are no consequences. You are the luckiest set of people in the world. Ori Buruku Leshe Nigerian government. That is President Day. The last time when President Tinubu tweet, now picture of him and Rwanda president, and even the same picture says Grok day inside, because now fake it till you make it. I don't know this affinity with forgery. Even if you actually meet with the person, why Grok go sign go there on top of picture where we go need to post? As when I did there 3 days ago, they don't attack Niger State. According to reports, more than 40 people killed, some abducted, they burned down communities. President Day holiday. 2 days ago, they don't enter Oyo State. National Park Service, according to the governor, about 5 National Park Service men were killed in an attack by terrorists in Oyo State. President still Day holiday. APC people, the person where they go blame now the governor, but now their president might be the master strategist, because now master strategist story buruku night they do for this country. What a shame of a government. But unfortunately, when your presence is not felt, your absence will mean nothing to the people. A government of incompetence that has a covenant with failure. You only know how to deliver bad leadership to the people. Still, United States, where they can't help now to fight insecurity for your country. You know where US president spending Christmas and New Year? He come out from White House, said that they go his Mar-a-Lago resort for Florida. The same USO, it be like said they just moved the White House to Mar-a-Lago. Almost every day there were press conferences. Government was running normally. Now from that Mar-a-Lago resort, they conduct the raid where go capture Venezuela President Maduro. It be like that is president where they can't help now to fight insecurity. They work 365 days. Our own leaders, they go carry them, go overseas, they go, they pump them, they press them like baby Onike, they torture them, make citizens, they die, make President Kukuma de Europe, they battle. Ori Buruku Lenshe, or she Lenshe, but who is going to hold you to account? Even citizens prefer to discuss every other thing but how to hold their government accountable. Not the only presidency, even the National Assembly, the same Ori Buruku, partners in failed and incompetent leadership. Up till today, National Assembly never resumed. They said they might resume by the end of January. Una don't say there is a timeline for passing the new electoral act. February next year, election. This is January. National Assembly never finalized bill on electoral act amendment because una no one do am. Ori buruku lenshe, una only hope and guarantee na to rig election. But Nigerians know better and we go mount our guard. By July, una go recess where we say you go holiday, come back in September again. 3 arms of a useless government. A people who have no value to add to the life of the people. Your entire life for these 4 years, you people are on holiday. So there's no need to even they say una they go holiday. What una they do when una they work? If you are truly working, country go be like this. So you are on 4 years holiday. Now Nigerians, they suffer the damage from your 4 years holiday. May God give Nigerians grace to elect leaders where go work and not come and spend holiday in public office with taxpayer money. What a shame of a nation. What a tragedy of a country. People they die, leaders they on holiday. They on recess. A useless money point National Assembly that has nothing to offer the people. Nigerians, una must wake up. You must realize that to resist bad government not be just about 1 day protest. If they do tax, we go come out, we go say we no go agree, 1 day evening everybody enter house. Apart from protest, it must include active political mobilization. If you need to go register for political party, get registered. If you need to get your voters card, get your voters card. If you do not believe that the criminals in power will do good for you, get a plan and a strategy to replace them with people you can trust and hold accountable. 2026 is a year of mobilization to self-liberation Nigeria. Because if you allow this criminality to continue in 2027, everybody is done for. We will have a criminality Armageddon. A country where criminals will make laws, criminals interpret the laws, and the laws are enforced by even greater criminals. God forbid. Me, Peter, for Nigeria, I refuse to stay in that kind of country. This Nigeria, we not die here, we live here. Nigeria must work in our lifetime. APC, where is una master strategist president? Shena goes to work and hey, Tinubu for na legend. Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà mo kí yín, lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin, lọ́mọdé lágbà. Ẹ kú ìrọ́jú o, ẹ máa kú ìfaradà o. My name is Peter for Nigeria. Orí burúkú lẹ ń ṣe Nigeria.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so remember the lady that I told you they burnt the house down? The woman did a video. She's crying for justice. She said she will unalive herself if nothing is done. She said she was threatened because of her religion. Her house was later burned down, and she knows those who issued the threats in the community. She also alleges that the information reaching her shows the suspects have been released on bail by the Nigerian police force. This is heartbreaking and alarming. No Nigerian should suffer intimidation, arson, or injustice because of their belief. Justice must be served. The case must not be buried. Hey! Omo. Hey! My heart goes out to her. I'm not even going to. I really, really, feel for her. Mona, listen, okay, una no go here now. Who saw this person they speak? He said they misled us into thinking Goodluck Jonathan was the problem. Every mosque and every cleric was preaching against his administration. They said, if you vote for him, you are no longer a Muslim. Look at where we are today. Una welcome, una good morning, no. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so yeah.
Why is nobody talking about this video?
Well, it's not just Venezuela that we could be striking, but now Trump is urging the military to be prepared for Nigeria. And where did you hear that first? You heard it first on Nino's Corner.tv with 107. This is heating up. He said Africa would be next. And here we are, folks. Nigeria is in the sights. In our military sights. Full speed ahead.
Una here?
Again, I ask, why is nobody talking about
They
it?
no talk about them. They
This
won't.
video was released, I think, about 5 days, I mean, five to 6 days ago, thereabouts. And still, nobody is talking about this video. So, this video was actually released before they captured the president of Venezuela. Bro!
Jayola, welcome, oh, long time. How you dey?
Well, she's back.
Good
Because
to
at
see
this
you.
point, bro, wait. No wonder Gumi went and started deleting his posts from Twitter. Now I understand. Now I understand the pattern. I saw this on blogs, but I really do not believe. But now it's making more sense. Let me know what you guys think on the comment section. And if this is your first time coming across my video, please like and share. And
Yeah. He has Venezuela and then Africa in his sights. Absolutely. That one, we know. We they see the videos too. They make a lot of videos for TikTok as well. So guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me see. Make I catch up with comment section. The guy will not go down without a fight. It doesn't seem like, okay, no. The crazy thing is that if Fubara is successfully impeached, Wike will be back in favor with T-Pain. You think they're going to allow him to be impeached? I hear Fubara has gone to France, so how is he going to be impeached? Anyway, we'll see. Now movie when we dey watch. Abio Ekurojo. Oh my God, Peter for Nigeria is he has a way with words. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Now so we see him for Nigeria. We continue. Aluta continue. Thank you very much for joining me. Kola, Michael, Kene, Ifi, all of una. Make una have great night. For those when they wake up, una good morning. I go see you now on the next one. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.